So after I went through the dark night, then, and I said that they're constantly, my guides who communicate with me are always bringing me information that I need. And I've talked about it a bunch of times. I'll talk about something, and then when I say I want communication, they'll pop up a video and it will tell me, it'll be somebody else talking about what I talked about. And it always gives me kind of comfort because, I don't know, I guess I'm still in that part of like, I don't have anybody around me yet that doesn't think I'm crazy. So I guess I still am in that part of like, okay, how crazy am I? So after I went through the dark night, and then they were bringing me information and they would tell me stuff in my head, but I was always talking to them. Like there was a whole communication going. And they started bringing me, well, they already, see, it was around then that this person triggered me. And this person who triggered me, it's a well-known person. I knew who the person was before, but it was all of a sudden when it happened, it was like, what the hell? And it seemed like this person was talking directly to me, like they were saying things. It was weird. It was the most weirdest experience. And then after that, I had this like feeling, I've got to talk to this person. This is so weird. I've got to talk to this person. And I don't know, I felt like I was obsessed or something. Like, I've got to talk to him. I've got to talk to him. And my guys started telling me all sorts of stuff. And then they started showing me this, bringing me this stuff about twin flames. And I was like, what the hell is kind of bullshit is this? And, I'd heard of soulmates before, but I never heard of a twin flame. And so they start bringing me this information about it. And I was listening to it. And I was like, okay, so it's a soul connection of some sort. I've got some soul connection with this person. Then this person started coming in my dreams, like actually coming into my dreams. Like there's a big difference. So you can tell when someone comes into your dream. It is so realistic. It is bizarre. And also I could feel what this person's feelings were. It was weird. One time they even came with their dad. Their dad came. And I felt like, and I knew this person's dad was dead. And I was like, so is he coming to check me out, to show support? Like, what is going on? And there was a whole, with these dreams, there was like it was like moving forward. It was really, really, it was weird. And I'll tell more about it at some point. But, because I haven't met this person yet in the physical world, I don't want to talk too much about it because it made me even sound crazier. But so that's when I started having this like telepathy and stuff, like weird stuff. Like there's so much stuff I can't wait, but I got to see how stuff plays out. I got to see, like, am I really going to meet this person? Are we really connected? Because the universe has spent a lot of time now showing me this and telling me this and bringing me certain information that is constantly confirming this. And so, yeah, I don't know. But so if there's other people out there, I know there's a lot of people who are identifying with this twin flame thing. And to me, it has to do, like, I don't like labels. Because labels box you in to that one thing, and everything is a spectrum. It's a variant. There's no, just because you're this way doesn't mean every single person is the exact same. We're all individual. We all have, that's why I don't like labels. But I know there's a lot of people who identify with this label and this soul connection. And I do think that right now, as a part of this this transformation that's happening and going into the age of Aquarius, that there is a lot of people who did go through some hard relationships to bring them to a point to being in a more soul-based, like, because the relationships I was in before, once I got, knocked off the merry-go-round and I had to pick myself up and go, like, what the hell is going on? Then I started seeing like, oh, these relationships weren't really my love relationships. These weren't that kind of relationship. These were all relationships to teach me, to prepare me, to show me things, to give me insights into myself, and it's expanded so much of how I've seen things. But so for me, in mine, so if you are on that same kind of thing, it has been completely about healing. Like I've been tuned in, listening to my guides. They bring me information. They tell me stuff all the time. And, mine was all about finding balance and like your divine feminine, divine masculine. Like I've talked about before, that I always felt like I needed to rely on men for this certain thing. What protection was a big one. And then I'd always end up like, these people I rely on to protect me are the ones I need to be protected from. Like, how's that make sense? So that has been, that was a big part for me. Especially, I was born to somebody I needed to be protected from. So it's been my life journey. And then when I turned to these people and wanted them to protect me, so that was part of my, like, looking at the darker side of myself. Like, what, why am I so weak? Why do I, why can't I stand up for myself? Like, what's wrong with you? And, maybe some people's dark night may be like a 2-week thing. And it's like, whoa, that was easy. Mine wasn't. I had some shit I had to look at for myself. And so finding that balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine, because you want to be able to protect yourself and take care of yourself like a man would, but you also want to be able to nurture and be loving like a woman. Like, it's like finding that balance, that has been a big part for me. And learning how to, so much of the stuff is just, it's been so transformative in my journey, and in how it all went too was very, it went so, like dominoes, like one thing just led right to the next thing so perfectly, and everything seems so perfectly in sync. And I feel like I am in sync. And one of my battles probably is with time. And I've had to come to terms, like I have to work on my relationship with time. So I will talk to time and, express my appreciation for time. And, that I may not know and understand everything, but I know that there is a purpose for time, and divine timing has, certain things have to fall in place for other things to happen. So there's a certain progression, just like the domino thing, and everything has to fit together because everything is so perfectly designed. And, it's a symphony of life. So if you, you can't just want something into being. Things have to happen in a certain way. And when you want a certain thing, you can start heading down that road like, well, I know I'm going to get this thing, so I'm just going to start going down that road. I don't know when it's coming. I don't know how it's coming. I don't know when it's going to be here. And just because it hasn't gotten here when I thought it should, doesn't mean it's not coming. And, you have to get into that kind of an appreciation for time. And one of the things that has helped me along the way is like at certain times along this journey, because mine's like, I think 5 years, certain times along this where I have felt like, oh man, I'm ready. I am so healed. I am just like, oh, I'm ready for this. And, more advanced love, like I'm ready for this. Is it a test? Is it just, I've already passed the test, so now I get the gift? I don't know. I just know that there's something going on. And so being able to just come into terms with time and to not be angry at it, not be frustrated with it, and to just let it be and let it happen naturally. And but the times where I was just like, oh, I'm so ready and stuff, And now I look back on that and I'm like, oh my gosh, how far I have come since the times that I thought I was so ready, how much I've changed just in those times. So that to me is what has helped me to be able to see, like, okay, time knows more than me. And if time is not, if it's not the time, it is, there's still some more things for me that is going to happen. And because I still know what's at the end of the road. I just don't know how I'm getting there or what's going to happen along the way. But everything that happens keeps being for my own growth. And just doing this, I knew that was a part of my thing. And when I very first started it, if you've watched any of those, I said, I don't know if I'm just talking to this one person and they're going to find me or what's going on, but I feel very motivated. Like, it won't let me sleep at night. I got to get out here and talk. And so then once I started talking, and I'll tell you another thing that's really weird is, I've talked about that they bring me information after I say something, they'll bring me information. Well, they started bringing me this person all the time. For the past few months, they kept bringing me this person talking about the same stuff I'm talking about. So that is where it really starts feeling like it's like there's intersections that you have that will trigger, but this feels like a collision, almost like there's something that is bringing. And I always heard too in my head, they were constantly telling me it's a magnet. And before I ever heard, I was hearing stuff in my head months and months before. Like I would watch something and I'd be like, what the hell is this? Like, and then I would be doing something and then I would hear like, you're a magnet, you're pulling them towards you. Your healing is causing them to heal and you're pulling each other towards each other. And I hadn't heard anybody talk about that. And then, a few months later, I'd hear somebody talking about that. And so then I would have to be like, okay, I'm listening, I hear you. And so to me, I definitely know like what's coming because, yeah, when they show me this person saying some of the same stuff and everything, and, they're showing me that for a reason. And I don't know. It's very curious. I'm very curious to see how this all plays out. But for, other people who feel connected to this love journey thing that's happening, heading into the age of Aquarius, because it's all going to be about love and abundance. And I feel like that there's a lot of souls here that are it's like this switch in our paradigms about love and relationships. And I've talked about it before because I think everything with marriage, all of this stuff, because that's all been corporate and government, like marriage and and it's so funny too, because when I was talking to my daughter, she's like, what doesn't make any sense is you have to have a marriage license, but all our other licenses expire. So why do we have to go in? Why doesn't this one ever expire? Why don't we ever have to go back in and say, yeah, we're going to continue this? Why is it that, you have to go in and pay all this money to get away from this person and split up all your stuff? That's the government entanglement into our lives. We don't have to do that. And I think it's going to be stopping. And that is all, it's just more ways that they can just stick their fingers in our business. And I think the way of the future is not going to be, I told my daughter, I think there's going to be a lot more of just commitment ceremonies, like back in the olden days, I think they would do like these rope ceremonies, there was like a lot of different ceremonies. You didn't have to have the government involved in your relationships and your family like that. So I do think that is switching, but I think that is why there's so many people who are so focused on love relationships right now, is because it is the age of Aquarius is about love and abundance. So this is a perfect timing. Like if you have soul connections with somebody and you have lived lives in the past and, life was always getting in the way. Well, what is a better perfect time to be able to come in and really experience each other in this new paradigm that we're going to be experiencing in the age of Aquarius? because it's going to be about love and abundance. So a huge shift from, going without and pain and suffering. So I do think that there's a lot of relationships who are here to experience that, to have fun with it. Some that are here to be examples. And, I think we're headed for super exciting times. But I did think that was exciting when I saw that there was some other people who watch mine who also feel like that they are connected to somebody. So, and another thing I was thinking about too, after that, this morning after I had seen that, I was thinking, well, one of these times I'll have to, probably not very soon, but it keeps being on my mind. So who knows when it'll be. They'll tell me when it's supposed to be. But to go live. And I've been in a lot of chat rooms while someone's speaking live, and all the people, we're all talking to each other. A lot of times we're not even listening to what the person's talking about. We're just all in the chat room talking. So at some point, yeah, when I get some more people and stuff, I'll go live, because it's fun for people to get to meet one another in the chat rooms and stuff. So that helps bring y'all all together. I keep feeling like my hair looks so weird. So that will help bring other people together. So I think that's really exciting, because that's one thing that I kept getting in my messages was, it was about creating this like family, a situation where people can meet, a situation where people can get together and find like-minded people. So that's super exciting that when I went in and looked, I don't know if other people can do that on theirs. And see, if they'll see the same kind of stuff I did. But I didn't see anybody in the stuff watching anything where I thought, well, that's weird. No, everybody seemed to be watching stuff about spirits, souls, about how to do better, how to manifest, and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. And yeah, so by the point when I do go live, it will be not, so I can talk live. I already do that anyways. I don't edit or anything, because I feel like it's more important to just be natural. I think we're all so sick of the fake, phony bullshit. And yeah, I'm just a regular person. So I'm just trying to just be my regular self. And but the cool thing is that then everybody gets to meet everybody else and talk to everybody else and find other people who are like them. So anyways, that'll be something I'll do, I don't know, probably sometime this summer. It keeps going up a lot. Like when I go in and look and see, I think there's like 50 views a day. I don't even know how many videos I have. I have a lot. It's almost 7 months, and I do it pretty often lately, every day. But there was a period of, sometimes I have things going on and I can't. So there's a couple a day, like today, because I have to split them up and stuff. But I don't know. I right now there's like 50 a day, but it keeps growing really fast. When it very first started, it took a long, long time to even get to 300 views. And then it's weird too, because at first they sent me a thing. Oh, you got 300 views. Oh, you got 400 views. Oh, you got 500 views. And they kept doing that until it got to 1,000, and then it stopped. And it keeps going up, but it stops. So then I don't know when they're going. Maybe they do it at 2,000 or whatever. So I went and I looked it up and to see, like, well, when do people start being paid by doing this? Like, how do people make money off of this? Because I have heard of that before, people making money. And then in my tarot things that I keep getting, I don't know what the chances of it. To me, it's very unlikely that you would get the same message over and over every day on pick-a cards and stuff. Like, and I have gotten a very consistent message every time. And so, and it's constantly talking about this channel. I mean, how many times do you go into, sometimes I'll get readings and I'll think, this is direct communication from my spirit guides. This is like, if I was somebody else in some other house watching this person would not be saying the same stuff. Like, that's how much I feel like it's weird. Like, I'm so consistent with the messages, and then them talking so much about this channel, but they have said that it is going to make a lot of money, so it has made it to be on my mind more like, oh, that would be cool, you know, if you made money by talking to people and doing something that you really loved, like helping people to figure out ways to heal themselves. I was like, bonus, man. And I think it has to do with, like, you have to have a lot of followers or something. I'm not sure. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But I think you have to have, like, maybe you have to have like 100,000 views and 10,000 followers or something. I don't know. But, you know, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. It'll go the way it's supposed to go. That's how things work. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight the world. The world is there for you. You just have to let go and relax and listen to your inner guidance and, you know, focus on yourself. And things just, magic begins to happen. It's magic. So anyways, I'm gonna, oh, my stomach is growling. It's one of those days where you're like, you feel hungry, but nothing sounds good. So, okay. Anyways, I might say another one, but I really wanted to get those ones out there. Have a great day. Bye.